Hey folks, I'm back. I promised I'd do a couple of these in a row to get the content out there and put forth to my Patreon people as well as the YouTubers who do actually catch me on YouTube. One of the things I do wish I could do is not avoid the copyright strike. Is actually do live feeds the way I can on Facebook. And the way that some of my favorite creators on YouTube do. They'll do live streams for an hour or two at a time, depending on the day, and they actually are pretty regular with that, and I find that entertaining, much more so than your modern bullshit TV. As you guys can guess by the contents of my water and the size of the glass, we're starting to get spring in Georgia. Real spring. It's still cool at night, which I'm stoked for, because I don't like worrying about the bugs at this point, although last night there was something that buzzed in my head with the cigar smoke. Got rid of them, but still. Anyway, last time I mentioned I would talk about the Lupine Outlaws MC novels. I finished Clint last year, and then towards the first of this year, I sat down and decided I need to start putting that shit together properly, so I have a book that I can market, whether I give it to City Lights or I try to sell it to Entangled or somebody else. I've got to, do that. And I realized I could have a series. I don't know how many books right now, but I could have a series. And so I'm trying to come up with an overall plot arc from, at least right now what I have. Clint took place last year, right around the time I got into my Sons of Anarchy kick. So I thought, okay, we'll make Clint modern. He's got the cell phones and all the wonderful high techs and the Twitters and this and that. But let's go ahead and push this back 30, 40 years and see if we can create the club's origins, because two of the members in the particular club don't get out of the club until the very end of Clint's book, and the reason they're in it in the first place has to do with their own particular backgrounds and pasts. So I thought, well, what if we start to go back a little farther before Clint was born? And then I realized, oh shit, because it hasn't been done yet. It's in the works from what I understand, but Kurt Sutter is working on the first 9, the original Sam Crow. And I thought, oh shit, I'm effectively having to write my own first 9, and I don't know dick about anything because I don't have any characters. I have some weak suspicions as to how the club gets involved in the things they get involved in, meaning my hero, who I think is going to be Clint's father in this particular first novel, and maybe Rogue. Maybe not, now that I did the math in my head about the age. But Clint's father and somebody are going to form this MC, and they're going to understand really quickly that because of the other partner's ability to have a connection selling drugs or buying drugs, they're going to try to move into selling and pushing drugs. Maybe just dope at first, but I don't know. I haven't quite figured that out. But that's all I really have around the idea of a club. So I've taken this little nugget of idea, and I have my 2 main characters as far as the players are concerned. I don't have a heroine for my hero yet, and I don't have a story arc or a plot arc, which is kind of what I'm looking at. You can't see really well, but on the screen behind me is the original Scrivener outline for Clint, and kind of trying to figure out what makes Clint tick. And I just realized there's another person I have to have in the club, and that's Clint's heroine's father. He's got to be involved in the original findings. So maybe he's the one that has the drug connection and puts the 2 together. I don't know yet. But that's where I'm going with this. I think I'm going to try to get 3 or 4 novels out, and I'm going to spend my afternoons planning and plotting over the next week or so and trying to put together the outlines, loose outlines, for about 3-4 books in this series. And then I'm going to, obviously once the books are written, take a look at Clint and see what I got to change for historical accuracy and really dig in, do the changes, polish the series off, and send off a 5 or 6 book series to some publisher or agent who may be interested in it. I forgot to mention this in the last video, but I'm agent hunting again. I feel like I need to explore my options and expand my options. So the Corvisiero agency, Marissa Corvisiero, gets first dibs on Stalker, and that's because of my professionalism and my integrity. And then also the story that Karina Press turned down, Chasing the Witch, that I finished last year, I'm also shopping that around as well to different agents. And I did send it to Marissa out of, again, integrity and politeness. So she's got it across her desk, I just don't know if she's seen it or not. I'm having a hard time getting a hold of her, so I'll try again to see how that plays out. And if she doesn't like it, she doesn't like it. We'll move on. But Carrie Adrian has talked me into trying to push that to a bigger house versus just giving that and 4 more fully finished novels to City Lights. Nothing against City Lights, but I'm trying to go as big as possible to get you get the attention and whatnot. So, Patreon people, I need to go back and continue uploading the original version of Stalker chapters to the Patreon thing. I know I was really lax back in March. Things were kind of tense. Not bad, just had a lot going on. I was really getting into trading. I was really getting into the education, really playing catch up on some things. I helped the middle girlfriend move back in late February, and I had some health issues after that as well, so I just got really busy. This is probably going to be the last, what I consider long form video for a minute, because I have nothing to say, really, and not until I've gotten any work done on a new novel. I'm still not starting anything at midnight like I had done in the past. I don't know if it's a change in behavior because I'm changing my patterns. I don't know if it's a change in behavior because I simply don't have anything plotted out. I don't know if it's a change in behavior because I intend to try to shift this back to a little closer to normalcy on account of the few things that are coming up in the future. I don't know. I do know that I'm enjoying stuff in my brain and having a little extra spare time to literally pick up my iPad and read. So when I can play chess, I play chess. When I can't, I read. The downtime at the cigar shop when I'm actually working there, and by that I mean working for them, not for myself, but working for them, I can get a lot of books in at that point in time, and I'm really happy to do so. It's been great to just start to refresh the well after last year's tumultuous descent into madness, we'll call it that. So, I'm going to sign off. I've got shit to do, and I really want to start reading another book. I promise in the near future I'll have changed shirts more often, but I don't leave the house to do anything but smoke cigars. So there's no reason to get dressed. Anyway, we'll let you guys go. I appreciate you watching. Support Patreon down below if you're catching this on YouTube. There is my websites, there is all my social media, all the books on Amazon. Everything's right down below. Peep it, subscribe it, share it, like it, and there you go. All right.